Is up back here, another YouTube video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this video will be a video where I share my storytime experience on meeting former Ring of Honor champion, world champion, TV champion, trios champion, tag champion, first ever Grand Slam champion for ROH. And before I share my thoughts and experience on meeting Matt Taven a couple of times over the years, would love to know if you have met him and what your experience was like down in the comments below. If you have not met him, would you want to meet him? Would again love to know down in the comments below. Yeah, let's get started with the first time that I met him. The first time that I met Matt Taven was May 2016, and I don't remember what, I know it was Ring of Honor, New Japan, in Toronto was the TV tapings. I don't remember I think it was War of the Worlds, like the mini tour. Again, it's been better part of a decade since the first time that I met him. But either way, before I forget, I did get a poster signed, so I'll show you that now. Then we got the Global Wars 2015 poster, signed it by quite a few people, but Matt Taven signed it right in the middle, right there, because his face is not part of the ROH stuff, and obviously not a part of the New Japan side. So that was the poster that I got signed. Again, I met him in May of 2016. The poster was from May 2015, and it was him and Bennett versus Matt Sydal and Jushin Thunder Liger. So I got him to sign that and whatnot, and it was him and I would say like 4 other people were walking outside, and it was myself and 3 other people. Similar idea to what I had. Get there early, hoping to meet a couple of wrestlers, which we were very, very fortunate to do. And off the top of my head, I don't remember the other people that were with Taven back then, and especially now. But Matt Taven out of that group was the biggest name one. And somebody said, oh, Matt Taven, he was like 12-15 feet away, and we were kind of eyeing each other, like Matt Taven was looking our way and we were looking at Matt Taven. And one of the other people said, hey Taven, do you mind stopping for a quick photo? You don't have to if you don't want to. And he's like, yeah, sure. And he kind of hobbled his way over because his knee was still in a knee brace, because I don't remember the exact injury that he had, but it was like a torn ACL. Like he had surgery, major surgery, I would say, on his knee a couple of months prior. And that's when we immediately grabbed our stuff, because I had a blown moment. I forgot that he was out hurt, kind of deal. And we immediately grabbed our stuff and sped walked over to him where he wouldn't have to really walk to us, kind of deal. I don't know if he appreciated that, but at least we tried. Like, we're on his time, he's not on our time. And everybody kind of got their photos first, and then he signed stuff. He was nice enough to do that as well, and that's where I got the poster signed. And he kind of gave me a weird look, like of all things a poster, because other people had 8x10s, they had DVDs that he was on the cover of, kind of deal, and I had a poster that does not, like I said, have his face on it, but yeah, that's what I got signed. Didn't really ask him too many questions. I told him thank you, and I hope that his knee is doing well. Second time that I met him was, again, I don't remember the date. It was, I want to say May 7th or 10th. Again, Ring of Honor, New Japan in Toronto, May 2017. Did not get anything signed by him this time. The only first time that I didn't, out of the 3 times that I met him. But either way, similar to 2016, got there kind of early. 2016 I got there about 3, 2017 I got there about 4:30, and Matt Taven came rolling by, and I'm like kind of marking out, because I knew that he was wrestling that night, and it was still like, he was one of those guys, like for myself, it was him and Dalton Castle, the top two guys I wanted to meet back in 2017. Kind of deal. I was able to do both, and it was him and Vincent were out there kind of meeting people while I was walking up, kind of deal. And Vincent was there, and I laugh about it now, but everybody was meeting Matt Taven. They were kind of, him and Vincent were kind of like their backs were to each other, and one person might have met Vincent, and I'm like, hey, do you mind if I get a photo with you? And he's like, yeah, sure. Took a photo, and Bobby Cruz, the ring announcer, said, hey, now you're famous because somebody took a photo with you. And we kind of laughed, and Vincent at that time kind of quiet. Then I went over, met Taven. I'm like, hey Taven, do you mind a quick photo? And he's like, yeah, sure. Took the photo. Turned out okay, enough for my liking. At least not the best photo, not the worst, kind of deal. But yeah, didn't get anything signed because it was like, wasn't expecting to meet him, or him already be out when I was able to meet him. But yeah, that was the second of 3 times that I met Matt Taven. The third time that I met Matt Taven was Remembrance Day 2018, which was 11/11/18 in Toronto, not at Ted Reef Community Arena, but at the old Maple Leaf Gardens Mattamy Athletic Center, whatever you would want to call it. And I, similar to the year and a half prior, again, this was New Japan and Ring of Honor, all 3 of them were, and I'm like, yo, I would love to like pay to meet Dalton Castle again and pay to meet the Kingdom, because I think Dalton Castle was not a part of the pre-show meet and greet, but the Kingdom were, and I'll show you the autograph now. He got the 8x10 that they give out, or at least used to, pre-ROH events. Matt Taven wrote, Amanda, take off the mask. Vincent signed right there. Taven signed right there. TK O'Ryan signed right there. And that 8x10 they give out if you pay to meet the wrestlers. But either way, I think it was $40 when I met the Young Bucks to finally get a photo with them, 2 autographs, worth it. And then the Kingdom was $30 to meet the 3 of them and whatnot. And Vincent, again, similar to 2017, quiet. TK O'Ryan, friendly guy when I met him. And Matt Taven, kind of what you see on TV or on pay-per-views at that time is kind of what you got. For myself personally, they, again, was a part of the pre-show meet and greet. Vincent signed his autograph. He was sitting down at a table. TK O'Ryan was standing up talking to him, and he looked over, seen that I was there, and he put his arm on my shoulder, and he's like, hey, where are you from? How are you? Talkative guy. Answered the questions, and Matt Taven was talking, standing a little bit further back, opposite of where the table was, like the other side, and whatnot, and chit-chatted with them. And Taven came walking up, and like I said, he wrote, Amanda, take off the mask, because he was in a feud with Dalton Castle, and I was wearing a Dalton Castle boys mask, and he's like, what's your name? And I'm like, Amanda. After he kind of walked up, and he's like, Amanda, you better take off that mask. And I'm like, nope. If you win, or I said, no, well, if you win at Final Battle, I will, but besides that, I won't. And he kind of chuckled, kind of deal. He wrote that. He finished off the 8x10. We took the photo, and those 3 guys were the trios champion, or the 6-man champion, and Matt Taven was the quote-unquote real world champion. He had the replica belt but purple straps because it has to be purple. And he's like, for the photo before we took it, he gave it to me and he's like, do you want to put this over your shoulder? And I'm like, yeah. So I tried to, and the strap would not go over my shoulder. So he helped me with that, and I joked, I'm like, hey, I'm like from an hour and a half north of here, and we're not used to winning championships, so I have no idea how to put on a championship belt like over my shoulder. All three guys kind of chuckled at that, because you know, I live in Southern Ontario. At that time, back in late 2018, it was, what, a couple of months before the Raptors won the championship. Senators have not won a championship. The Leafs are the freaking Toronto Maple Leafs. Who cares about the Toronto Marlies? All of that kind of stuff and whatnot. So they chuckled, took the photo, which is probably the thumbnail kind of deal and whatnot. But yeah, overall, all of the experiences that I've had meeting Taven were definitely positive, more positive than negative experiences, especially the last one. So yeah, that is my experience, my story time on meeting Matt Taven. Met him in 2016, 17, and 2018. Again, if you have met him, would love to know what your experience was like down in the comments below. While you are down there, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notification. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. More importantly, I hope you guys are doing okay mentally, emotionally, and physically.
The world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. Do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. Feel like I'm just lying to myself, but it's